afternoon, Columbia. This is WUSC 90.5 FM and HD1 Columbia, and you're listening to the second episode of Passport Playlist for fall semester 2015. This weekly program showcases student residents of the Carolina International House at Maxey College, we call it Maxey for short, and faculty and staff interested in international topics. Each week we have a new guest on the show, and they serve as our guides on auditory jaunts through different parts of the world. The guests compile playlists of artists from their home countries or areas of study. I compile a list of interview questions, and we spin some tunes and chat a bit on culture, geography, society, politics, and of course, music. I'm your host, the Audio Voyager. The guests are our guides, and the music is our vehicle. You can stream the show online at wusc.sc.edu from anywhere in the world. And in fact, we do have an international audience. They keep us posted on Facebook. We'll also keep you updated on the most recently played tracks at that web address. So check it out. You can click to listen live if you want to stream from your computer. Scroll down to see recently played. You can see what's just been up. And you can see what we were playing as we play it. So today's show features music by artists from Austria, and we have had a very special guest here with us this past few weeks. Sabrina was one of our international residents at Maxey last fall, studying with us for a semester from her home university in Vienna. But she just loves us so much, she comes back to visit every now and then. She's here with us for a couple weeks this semester, and we're so glad to have her back. Sabrina, thanks for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
And as always, our trusty radio interns, radio Sherpas, if you will, because they do all the heavy lifting to make each week happen. Mike, Ben, Noah, Annie, and Sanj are here as members of our Passport Playlist team. So you'll hear their voices this afternoon, too, as we talk with Sabrina and share some notes about the music. Before we jump into the music, I should remark that you'll notice some new intro and outro music for our show. The clips you hear as Passport Playlist starts and ends is by Czech composer, artist, and author Richard Pachman. It's titled Saint-Germain, and it's off his new album, Notre Dame. Mr. Pachman is a friend of Maxey, and we're so glad to share some of his music with you every Monday. So let's get to the main event. Sabrina, why don't you give us a little orientation to Austria, since some of us are confusing it with the continent that's in the South Pacific, which is quite clearly not the right place. Tell us a little bit about Austria. What's the weather like? What are the major cities? What's the predominant language and religion?
Okay, so first of all, as you said, it's not Australia, so it's part of Europe, and it's, if everybody knows like Germany, where it's located, it's right down south. It's like underneath Germany, and we speak the same as the people in Germany. We speak German, so English is not my native language, and people always think that I'm from like Australia, which I'm not. Well, the weather is, I mean, it's almost as warm here as it is back home, but it's not as humid, which some people might prefer that, but I just love the humid weather. I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel all homey. But yeah, I mean, it's really nice, but it gets pretty cold into winter time, and we live around like 3 hours from the Alps away, so that's why I learned skiing when I think I was like 2 or 3 years old. I had like plastic skis, and my dad like drove me down. It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Is that pretty common in Austria to learn to ski when you're really little?
Oh yes, I mean, it always depends on what your family income is, because some people are just not interested in traveling and going to ski, but they rather go on summer vacation to Greece or something like that. But my parents were all about ski holidays, so we always did that once a year, and that's why I learned how to ski and how to snowboard at a very early age, and I love it.
Well, I tell you what, when it gets hot and humid here, I'll be thinking about you skiing in the snow, and it'll cool me off a little bit.
Do it.
But Sabrina, you are particularly fond of another South Carolina way to cool off, which is sweet tea.
Oh
right?
My gosh, I love sweet tea, yeah.
Tell us about this romance with sweet tea. Do you not have sweet tea in Austria?
I mean, like, we do have like drinks like iced tea, but it's never as sweet as it is here. And I think a lot of people just in general like water. So like Austria is very proud of the fact that we have apparently like the cleanest and best water, because it comes right from the glaciers and stuff. So it's really one of the best waters. And so you can basically drink it out of the faucet. We have like, you don't even have to filter anything. It's really, really clean and fresh. But I just love the sweet stuff. I love Dr. Pepper and sweet tea. Like, the more sugar, the better. I just love it. And I don't know, it feels also like it makes you feel like all home when you have something like sweet tea, because it's something so traditional, and it's really cool to, I don't know, just drinking it just makes me think of the South, and I just love it.
And all the sweet people here.
Exactly. Right? Seriously though, people here in the South are so nice. I mean, they're also up north, but like Americans in general are really, really nice. Well, I mean, I've had a good experience.
We're glad that you have, and we're really, really glad that you come back to visit. So we've got a great set list coming up, and I want to give Noah the opportunity to tell you a little bit about it, because he brought it to life. And Noah, why don't you tell us what we're going to hear in this first set?
All right, on the topic of Sabrina's love of high fructose corn syrup and glacier water, first we're going to have Midnight Thrill Ride by Kitty in a Casket. Kitty in a Casket is a psychobilly horror punk band from Vienna whose members have names like Mike Mean Machine, Billy the Bat, and of course, Kitty Casket. If you've ever wondered what it would be like for Hayley Williams from Paramore to join the Cramps, we have your answer. Then after that, you're going to hear Direct Action by Red Lights Flash. Red Lights Flash were a popcore band from Graz, and the fact that most of their songs contain a monologue automatically makes them cooler than your band will ever be. They are so relevant to the Austrian punk scene that if you go to their website, you'll find that it no longer exists and that their domain name is once again on the market. Then after that, we're going to have Rent to Kill with the cover of Rancid's Olympia, Washington. Rent to Kill is a crust pop band that, if spelled backwards, is Leckonsratner, which sounds both more punk and more Austrian than Rent to Kill. However, their punk rock credibility remains intact due to their use of MySpace as an avenue for sharing their music until their hiatus in 2012. Their punk credibility is even more strengthened by the fact that they covered Rancid's Olympia, Washington, and that their version may somehow be more punk than Rancid's version. Take it away, Meg.
No, that is great commentary. All right, let's have it, Mike.
plight arrives, we try to reestablish the power by the few. These practices have not only continued, they increase into the present. Judiciary is a cornerstone of democratic systems, so what could be the reason? The kickoff, the trigger for an ongoing change. Where would this origin be? Of course you know that this won't start to emerge in full force in the middle of sleepy Hicksville like we have here, but we see the triggers are clearly needed to institute change. Direct action gets the goods, but all your efforts cannot best be seen as an invitation of process. Sometimes you know, so dark to our bodies, jumping on any bad fire, it's gonna come our way. in favor of politically unhampered market solutions and competition, but thereby ensure you a smooth and comfortable life along the way. At least it satisfies you, but it kills us.
Times will it take me before I go crazy, before I lose everything? There's something burning deep inside of me, running the 3 Puerto Ricans. These girls took us to the fun house. I don't wanna be alone again. Hanging on the corner of 52nd and Broadway. The cars passing by, but none of them seem to go my way. New York City, I wish I was on the highway. Back home to Olympia.
All right. I love that first set. Thanks, Noah, for putting together an awesome, what I would call Austrian punk set. I think that was very awesome. Good, energizing, sweet tea, infused kind of punk set. So Sabrina actually told us that she has been to this really cool venue in Vienna, right, Sabrina?
Yeah.
So the last song that we heard is a cover of a song by Rancid that Noah told us about. And you saw Rancid play at this venue in Vienna.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago or something. And the place is called Arena. And it used to actually be like an old slaughterhouse. And it was way, way back when they had that. But at some point, they just turned it into a punk venue. And so like a lot of like punk bands, hardcore bands go there. They have like a bunch of they have a big hall and then they're like a smaller one. So depending on what kind of band is going to play there. But it's a really great venue with lots of graffiti on the wall. And it's just really a great place to hang out. And yeah, I saw them live, and it was amazing. I love that band so much. Like, Rancid is amazing.
So who else plays at that venue? Is it, like, all punk bands, or is it kind of anybody?
I know. I think there are also, like, some rappers play there. It just depends, like, whether, like, how big the band is or how big the artist is. So Arena is basically for people that are well known but may not have as many followers. For example, the Gaslight Anthem played there, which is which I would not consider a hardcore band or something.
Right.
And also a bunch of rappers played there. They also have like hardcore shows, which I'm also into, and they also have like in the smaller areas they also have like a lot of hardcore bands like from around Europe, so like from Prague, from Bratislava, and from Italy, and also certain of my friends play in bands and they also performed there once, and it's a really cool venue.
Yeah, so where else do you go to see live music when you're at home in Austria?
Live music, okay, well, I mean, I like going concerts, obviously, but we also have like festival grounds around Austria. We have like the Frequency Festival there, the Nova Rock, which so Frequency Festival is more like for alternative music, and the Nova Rock is obviously like for rock fans. Like Metallica played there once, and it's really, really cool. And just for music in general, I think it's always nice to just walk around the city, and some bars do have like live music, some pubs. So it's a very international city, I would say. So you also can find like Irish pubs where they have like Irish music and stuff. So it's very like a mixture of like certain different kinds of music.
Are music festivals in Austria like as big? Are they as popular? I should say for college students as they are here in the U.S.
I wouldn't necessarily say for college students, because I remember my first festival I went to when I was 16. So it mostly like, I would say like the clientele that goes there is probably between like 15 to 25, something like that. So it's very broad spectrum, and all you do is like you camp there. I don't know how it is here like in the US, but when you go to a festival it's usually like 3 to 4 days, and what you build a tent and you just hang around with your friends all day, and then you go see the bands you want to listen to, and after that you're just gonna hang around, maybe have a bonfire or whatever, and if there's a lake near you can just swim there during the day. It's just a really nice atmosphere.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that next weekend for Labor Day. We'll just take a long weekend, go to Austria.
Yeah.
Sounds
do
fun.
it.
Okay, Noah, so what's in the next set?
All right, so now that Sabrina's made me all Jelly Clarkson about having seen Rancid and Crust Punky Slaughterhouse, we're going to have Velojet with their song Follow My Heart. Velojet's another garage rock revival indie rock attempt at meaningful existence. Velojet truly understands the benefit that using bright, colorful geometric shapes as album artwork can add to your status as a genuine indie rock band. Velojet also includes members of Trouble Over Tokyo. Then after that we'll have Selbstrada on the Planet by Kreisky. And you can immediately tell that Kreisky is an artsy-fartsy band just from looking at their album artwork, which is literally just a picture of a rubber tire against a red backdrop. This proves their superiority in the realm of art and metaphors. To even further push their artsy-fartsiness, they have had the gall to name themselves after Austrian socialist politician Bruno Kreisky, as though nobody had ever thought to use a controversial figure's name for a band before. Then, to wrap that set up, we'll have Maslin by Bilderbuck. Bilderbuck translates to picture book in English, and if that's not cool, then say the name of their latest album 5 times in a row fast. Shick Shock, 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 Shick Shock. And if you've ever seen one of their performances online, you can tell immediately that their biggest performing influences just might be Michael Jackson and Tom York from Radiohead, but a little bit indie. Thank you.
Noah, I think that your German pronunciation was spot on, but in case it needed a little tweaking, Sabrina, would you read the track titles for us?
Okay, so from Kreisky, it would be Selbe Stadt, anderer Planet. It's like same city, different planet. And it's not called Bilderbuch, it's called Bilderbuch. So yeah, that's it. So it's funny because whenever people like try to pronounce something German, it's really, really harsh and aggressive. I mean, it does sound a little harsh and aggressive, but not that harsh.
Well, I think that your German is like coated in sweet tea, so it always sounds sweet when you
right?
say it. Right. All right, Mike, let's have the set.
Shelter me when I am coming home.
ganze Leitungen singen, weil alles sich duschen, alle müssen raus, alle müssen zur Arbeit, nur die Studenten nicht und die Selbstständigen und der Mann aus dem ersten Stock mit dem verbrühten Gesicht, die arbeiten nicht und die Frühpensionisten.
This is 90.5 seconds of the news for Monday, August 31st. Today's forecast is for mostly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 87 degrees and a low of 71. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a 30% chance of precipitation. Thousands of people attended the We Stand With God pro-family rally at the South Carolina State House on Saturday. The event was organized as a Christian-themed protest against same-sex marriage and other issues. It featured speeches by several Republican presidential candidates, including former Texas Governor Rick Perry and Texas Senator Ted Cruz. U.S. Senator Tim Scott, Republican from South Carolina, also appeared at the rally. On Sunday, USC Athletics announced that the Gamecock football team will wear a helmet sticker this season, honoring the victims of the Charleston shooting this summer. The sticker depicts a garnet palmetto tree shaped out of 9 flying doves to symbolize the Emmanuel 9. Canadian artist The Weeknd released his second studio album, Beauty Behind the Madness, on Friday. To read a review of the album, as well as all of the full news, sports, and art stories, visit dailygamecock.com or pick up a copy of today's Daily Gamecock. I'm Ben Turner, and this has been 90.5 seconds of the news.
All right, welcome back, Columbia. If you're just joining us, this is Passport Playlist. I'm your host, Audio Voyager, and today we are touring Austria with Sabrina, our favorite guest from Austria. She's staying with us at Maxi, which is the international house on campus, for a couple weeks, and we're just glad to have her back. So before we get back to the music and back to talking with Sabrina, we're going to read a couple announcements. So here's Ben with the announcements.
Good afternoon, Columbia. So at Maxi, we will have French and Spanish conversation hours that will be starting in the next few weeks. So they're open to all students. French will be Mondays, 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. in the Maxi classroom, and Spanish will be Tuesdays, 6 to 7 p.m. in the Maxi classroom. International Student Service is hosting a football event to help international students understand American football before the season gets underway. International students are invited to Maxi Dining Room at 5 p.m. this Wednesday. The Latin American Student Organization begins its weekly meetings this Wednesday at 7 p.m. in the Russell House, room 305. All right, that's all I got right now, so we'll be turning it right back over to the show.
All right, thanks, Ben. All right, Sabrina, so we're talking about things that you love about South Carolina. What are some things you love about Austria?
That's a tough one. I'm just kidding. Well, what I love about Austria, so what I love specifically about the city I live in, Vienna, is that we have a lot of public transportation, so you don't rely on cars, which is something I have to deal with right now because my car's in the shop. But it's just really nice to get everywhere you want to go at any time of the day, because you can take the subway, the tram, the buses. It's a very, very good system, so you can get everywhere you want to go. And that's awesome. So a lot of people don't even have driver's license back home because it's not necessary. So that's one of the things I love. And another thing is that I don't know, like school, I did like going to school because we have our education system is a little bit different. So I was able to focus at a very young age on fashion. So I went to a fashion school because in Austria, when you're 14, you can decide whether you want to learn a trade while going to high school. So I decided on doing that. So you could either go to a school where you learn kind of like engineer stuff, where you learn how to draw. So if you want to become an architect, for example, or if you want to become a cook or something, you actually can go finish up high school, but also learn the trade of cooking. So I love that about it. And I had the possibility to go to an art school and to learn more how to sew, and some other friends went to an art school where they just learned how to do sculptures, and it was just really a great experience.
Yeah, it's phenomenal firsthand experience as you're getting ready to prepare yourself for the job market, right? So I guess the closest thing we have here in the States is internships is what everybody wants to do, right? So how does school work in Vienna? Do you go by semester? Is it trimester?
No, we go by semesters, yeah. Okay. So, but high school is a little bit different. So if you go to a gymnasium, that's what they call it, it's basically high school, but it's for 8 years. So you start when you're 11, going up to when you're 18. And the school that I did, so I went to high school for 4 years until I was 14 and then changed. So which means I had 1 year longer, but that just means that you additionally learn a trade with that. So that's why I finished up when I was 19. So the school system, so we have different options. So we don't necessarily have the college culture that you guys have here. So it's not necessary that you have to go to college. I'm the first person with my sister out of my entire family that goes to college, just because they started learning a trade and then they were really good at it, and so they started a job, and they all learn a nice sum of money. So they're not poor or anything just because they didn't go to college. And so my parents were totally open to the idea whether I want to go to college or not. So
Yeah, what's the
So it's-
incentive then to go to college if you're already learning this trade in high school?
well, it depends. If you want to go like more into science and like more into like the academic sphere, for example, I would love to become a professor at some point. Like that's something that I would really love to do. So you obviously need a college education. And I also had the feeling that the things I want to do right now is just I have to have an education in some sense, because I just think it's much more inspiring to go to class and learn from professors that are really interested in what they're doing and they inspire you to do that. Because I mean, if you're interested in something, of course you can go to the library and all, but I mean, I'd rather have it first-hand experience from a professor that is specific, I don't know, on African American literature and tells you more about it, or on Irish literature. So I think that's why I love going to college.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know.
What are some classes you've taken while you've been here at USC?
I went to a Black women writers class, which I loved because all the students in there were so eager to discuss all the novels, and I just love it when people bring on their own ideas. That's what literature for me is all about, and that's why I love it. I took a postmodernism class, which was it was probably one of the toughest ones, because there was not only the language barrier that I had to deal with, but also it was very confusing, like structural wise, and also like topic wise, that I really had to read it sometimes like over and over again to actually understand what's going on. But I loved it. And I took a theater class, which was so much fun. Like the people there were awesome. And I also took American Lit just to get like an even broader overview of what American Lit is made up of. So
Yeah, it's
I
always
loved
fun
that.
to talk to international students about studying abroad in the U.S. because we prepare U.S. students to go abroad and talk about like, oh, while you're there, you need to take a course in culture and whatever you're studying, or wherever you're going to be. And it's fun to listen to you talk about American literature and being here. That's really cool. So Noah, tell us what we're going to have in the next set.
All right. Well, speaking of the Austrian
Whoa.
education system, let's talk about some indie rock. Next, we're going to have Amnesiacs by Francis International Airport. If you've ever seen a 2-minute, 30-second car commercial filled with emotional turmoil, then you've seen every Francis International Airport music video. Listening to most of their songs, you might notice that all of their songs would make for great car commercials if only they sounded less emotional. Then after that, we're going to have Clara Luzia with her song Queen of Wolves. Clara Luzia is the first by-definition singer-songwriter not to sound like Sam Birchfield. For such progress to occur within the singer-songwriter genre, it must have come from somewhere as far as Austria, you know? Finally, for there to be someone out there whose primary influence is not Sam Birchfield, and possibly who could never have heard of Sam Birchfield, it's just astounding. Then after that, we're going to have Bring Mich auf Ideen by Gallus. Gallus is one of the many Austrian indie bands that dares to sing in German, as opposed to English, which automatically shows how they want to make their international audience stretch to their furthest corners in order to appreciate Gallus music. Their refusal to sing in English shows how adamant they are about not selling out, and their lack of interest in not making it big at all. The fact that anyone knows who they are is absolutely astounding, simply because they choose to speak the language of their native land instead of English. Then to wrap it up, we're going to have The Evening Sun by Zapanik. Zapanik is considered the most notable worship band in the whole Austrian diocese of Our Savior Lou Reed International Church. If there was ever anybody who tried to imitate the sounds of Black Francis would make while Lou Reed repeatedly stabbed him in the leg with a sharp toothpick, it would be Zapanik's frontman and Lou Reed impersonator Andreas Spechel. Thank you.
Noah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Sabrina's kind of like rolling her eyes a little bit. I think Noah's German is a little more demonic than Sabrina's. So Sabrina, will you read us the set list and the artist names again?
Okay, so we have Garish, for example, and the title of the song is Bring mich auf Ideen, which basically means like inspire me to like have ideas and like to be creative. And the other artist that he said, it's called Ja Panik, which means yes panic. And it's not like the way you say it's like yeah panic. It's I don't know. It's probably kind of French to me. But yeah, that's how you pronounce it. So Bring mich auf Ideen und Ja Panik.
Okay, no one panic when we listen to it. It's gonna be great. Okay, take it away, Mike.
So we've seen it all, circling like some flies round some memory
I was a beautiful boy, a gorgeous girl. I was the queen of the wolves and the king of the birds. The witches, they loved me, the hunters, they hunt me, and my life was the shortest way around. I was a head on two legs, a shadow of a swan, a reflection of dread, a bitter crusade. The cat showed me around, the birds led me the way, and my life was the shortest way around. Hey, yeah, that's so much more than I'm today. Hey, yeah, that's so much more than I'm today. My back against the wall, a bubble on my neck, my flesh an empty shell, my mind stuck in a trap. The cats, they found a way, but I just went astray. And the birds, they drowned in sound. And the birds, they drowned in sound. Hey, yeah, I'm so much more than this today. Hey, yeah, I'm so much more than this today. 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 I'm so much more than this today.
Kaum sind wir allein, ja dann musst du singen. Hemmungslos und schön, hemmungslos und schön. Erkennungsmelodien, die nach Fernweg klingen. Muss ich das verstehen? Muss ich das verstehen? Die Schwalben in den Haaren stehen hier wunderbar. Doch muss ich das verstehen? Muss ich das verstehen? Du weißt schon, wird es kalt, machen sie sich rar. Ja, bring mich auf Ideen, bring mich auf Ideen, ja. Übers Radio ist jedes Wort passé, jedes Wort passé. Jupiter und Mars sind sogar nicht froh. Sag, muss ich das verstehen? Muss ich das verstehen? Tourette-Vokabular auf der Autobahn. Sag, muss ich das verstehen? Muss ich das verstehen? Wenn nichts mehr weitergeht, wer hat Schuld daran? Ach, bring mich auf Ideen, bring mich auf Ideen, ja, ja. Bring mich auf Ideen, bring mich auf Ideen. There ain't no secret worth to keep when the evening sun touches your sleep, and every story you try to tell the evening sun, she already knows it well. On a day much like today, she came around while I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. While I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. From now on in every song you'll sing, the evening sun, she will join in, and no one will do me harm no more, as long as she keeps watch at my door. On a day much like today, she came around while I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. While I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. Whoa-oh, 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 whoa-oh. I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. I was sleeping in a room with my soul left out. Sleeping in a room with my soul left out. Sleeping in a room with my soul left out.
Welcome back, USC, and good afternoon. You're listening to 90.5 FM and HD1 Columbia. This is the college radio station, WUSC-FM, and we are broadcasting Passport Playlist every Monday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'm your host, the Audio Voyager, and each week we take an audio jaunt through the musical realms of a different foreign country. This week we are talking with Sabrina from Austria, who's been giving us a little tour of her native homeland and places that she loves to go, music she loves to listen to, things she likes to do when she's at home. So Mike actually has a question for Sabrina, so I'm going to let Mike take it away.
Hey there, guys. First of all, I'd like to say happy birthday to my roommate, T-Money.
T-Money, happy birthday!
Out there.
Happy birthday,
And
T-Money.
my question is, I'm actually 50% Austrian myself, and I know nothing about my heritage. So can you please tell us what it's like to be Austrian? Like, what are some traditions? What are some fun things you do? And just what it's like.
Okay, well, so regarding traditions, like tea time happens in Maxi like once a week, and we got together and we talked about like what kind of traditions we have, whether we love drinking tea. But like Vienna in general is like a very strong coffee culture, which means that we love to drink coffee. So you can find coffee, really good coffee, almost everywhere you go, which is awesome. And one of the traditions we have is called Jause. And it's something that we have in between lunch and dinner. So it's like around 4 p.m. where people just get together, drink some coffee, and have like some pastries with it. So that's what my parents always do when they come home from work. And my dad's like, oh, I need a coffee. So they all drink coffee and have pastries together. Or if you invite friends over on a Sunday, that's what you usually invite them for, Jause. You would not, like, usually you don't invite people for dinner or lunch. You usually invite them for Jause. So they all maybe bake a cake and bring it with them. And you just enjoy like a nice time talking about a round of coffee. That's always nice. And one of the traditions we have, I mean, it's not particularly for Vienna, it's more like for the countryside of Vienna. Some people might know that it's called Dirndl, which is like a typical like dress, or lederhosen, which is like leather pants for guys. So that's something very like a traditional clothing that a lot of people actually like think all Austrians are wearing all the time, but it's just like something that people wear on the countryside for like certain special events. I even have one at home. So if you know the Oktoberfest in Munich, so that's basically what they wear as well there. So it's a very traditional dress, and it looks awesome. But you can't wear it every day, unfortunately. But you know, that's pretty nice.
Well, that explains my love for coffee. Now I know, so that's good. So our next set is Lost Frequencies by Janik Devi, and the song is Reality. And then the song after that is Anna Nekleb, Supergirl, and then Crow, Bye Bye. Can you tell us about Crow? You had an interesting fact about him.
Well, so Crow is a musician. He's actually from Germany, but for some reason, he came out of nowhere, and everybody just loved his music because it's very like catchy. So you just enjoy listening to it on a summer day. And the fun thing about him is that nobody really knows what he looks like because he always wears like a plastic panda mask. So you kind of know like what his body looks like, but you don't know what his face looks like. And it's probably because he wants to protect themselves from like people that want to stalk him or whatever, because nobody knows. So that's kind of cool. And I really like his music. It's very catchy, and yeah, people also from the States know Crow actually, and they love his music too. So.
All right, so here's the set.
Sometimes I believe, at times I wish you know I can fly high, I can go low. Today I got 1,000,000, tomorrow I don't know. Decisions as I go, to anywhere I flow. Sometimes I believe, at times I wish you know I can fly high, I can go low. Today I got 1,000,000, tomorrow I don't know. Feel the warmth, make me feel the cold. It's written in our stories, written on the wall. This is our call, we rise and we fall. Dancing in the moonlight, don't we have it all?
You can tell by the way she walks that she's my girl. You can tell by the way she talks, she rules the world. You can see in her eyes that no one is her chain. She's my girl, my super girl. And then she say it's okay, I got lost on the way, but I'm a super girl, and super girls don't cry. And then she say it's alright, I got home late last night, but I'm a super girl, and super girls just fly. And then she say it's alright, I got home late last night, but I'm a super girl, and super girls just fly. And then she say that nothing can go wrong when you're in love. What can go wrong? And then she loved the nighttime into day, pushing her fear further along. And then she say it's okay, I got lost on the way, but I'm a super girl, and super girls don't cry. And then she shout down the line, tell me she's got no more time, 'cause she's a super girl, and super girls don't hide. And then she scream in my face, tell me to leave and leave this place, 'cause she's a super girl, and super girls just fly. Yeah, she's a super girl, a super girl. She's sowing seeds, she's burning trees. She's sowing seeds, she's burning trees. Yeah, she's a super girl, a super girl, a super girl, my super girl.
Yeah, es ist ein unglaublich schöner Tag und draußen ist es warm. Er ist auf dem Weg nach Hause mit der Bahn. Schaut aus dem Fenster, lässt gedankenfreien Lauf, lehnt sich ganz entspannt zurück, denn er muss lange noch nicht raus. Paar Menschen steigen ein, andere wieder auf. Er wechselt grad das Lied und plötzlich stand da diese Frau. Und er dachte sich, wow, sagte klar, der Platz ist frei. Sie lachte und er dachte sich, nur bitte komm, sprich sie an. Es ist das Schönste, was du je gesehen hast, und sie hat sicherlich kein Mann. Stell dich nicht so an, werd ich's jetzt warnen. Doch alles, was man hört, ist mein Herzschlag. Was soll ich nur sagen, irgendwas knockt mich aus. Ich bin ein Versager, weil ich mich doch nicht trau. Mein Kopf ist voller Wörter, doch es kommt nichts raus. Und sie steht auf, steigt aus und sagt bye, 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 meine Liebe des Lebens. Und ja, wir beide werden uns nie wiedersehen. Kann schon sein, dass man sich im Leben zweimal begegnet, doch was beim zweiten Mal dann einfach zu spät ist. Es ist ein unglaublich schöner Tag und draußen ist es warm. Sie hat Bock auf Shopping, also in die Stadt.
Sie braucht so Sachen, die Frauen halt eben brauchen. Bikini, eine neue Tasche und außerdem will sie schauen. Also los, ab in die Bahn. Zieht sich ein Ticket 4,70 für die Fahrt. Ist ja ganz schön hart, doch dann sieht sie diesen Typ. Findet ihn süß, setzt sich extra zu ihm hin und denkt sich bitte, 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 bitte komm. Sprich mich an, es ist ganz egal, was du jetzt sagen würdest. Ich spring darauf an, also komm. Du bist mein Mann, wir gehören zusammen. Wenn ich jetzt warte, ich hör mein Herz. Was soll ich nur sagen, irgendwas knockt mich aus. Ich bin ein Versager, weil ich mich doch nicht trau. Mein Kopf ist voller Wörter, doch es kommt nichts raus. Und sie steht auf, steigt aus und sagt bye, 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 meine Liebe des Lebens. Ja, wir beide werden uns nie wiedersehen. Kann schon sein, dass man sich im Leben zweimal begegnet. Dass beim zweiten Mal dann einfach zu spät ist. Yeah, yeah. Dass beim zweiten Mal dann einfach zu spät ist. Yeah. Dass beim zweiten Mal dann einfach zu spät ist. Soll ich tun, und dass beim zweiten Mal dann einfach zu spät ist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was soll ich nur sagen, was knockt mich auf? Ich bin ein Versager, wenn ich mich doch nicht trau. Mein Kopf ist voller Wörter, doch es kommt nichts raus. Ich steh auf und steig auf. Bye, 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 meine Liebe des Lebens. Und ja, wir beide werden uns nie wiedersehen. Kann schon sein, dass man sich im Leben zweimal begegnet. Doch dass beim zweiten Mal dann einfach zu spät ist.
Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Dankeschön, Dankeschön.
This is 90.5 seconds of the news for Monday, August 31st. Today's forecast is for mostly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 87 degrees and a low of 71. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a 30% chance of precipitation. Thousands of people attended the We Stand With God pro-family rally at the South Carolina State House on Saturday. The event was organized as a Christian-themed protest against same-sex marriage and other issues. It featured speeches by several Republican presidential candidates, including former Texas Governor Rick Perry and Texas Senator Ted Cruz. U.S. Senator Tim Scott, Republican from South Carolina, also appeared at the rally. On Sunday, USC Athletics announced that the Gamecock football team will wear a helmet sticker this season, honoring the victims of the Charleston shooting this summer. The sticker depicts a garnet palmetto tree shaped out of 9 flying doves to symbolize the Emmanuel 9. Canadian artist The Weeknd released his second studio album, Beauty Behind the Madness, on Friday. To read a review of the album, as well as all of the full news, sports, and art stories, visit dailygamecock.com or pick up a copy of today's Daily Gamecock. I'm Ben Turner, and this has been 90.5 seconds of the news.
Welcome back, folks. We are here in the studio live. Me, Sanj, Meg, Mike, and Sabrina. And Sabrina is an exchange student from Austria, in case you're just now tuning in. So we've been listening to some pretty cool sets so far. So Sabrina, a little bit about radio in Austria. What is it like? Like, is it most common to listen to it in the car, or are people starting to move more over towards things like Spotify or Apple Music, things like that?
Well, I think it just depends on what kind of generation you belong to. So my grandma and my dad, they just love listening to the radio when they go to work or something like that. So you're basically exposed to radio music all the time. But because of the internet, people are becoming more and more aware of other types of music. So that's why I usually just listen to Spotify or just plug in my phone when I'm in my car, because I like the music that I like, and you can barely actually listen to the music in Austria. I'm a huge Drake fan, Nicki Minaj and all that stuff, and we don't really have R&B or hip hop channels in Austria. So if you want to listen to that music in your car, you have to find other ways to do that.
Sure.
But, yeah.
Sure. So would you say traditional music is still more widely played on the radios, or have the radios, mostly switched over towards contemporary?
I wouldn't think that. So, for example, we have a couple radio stations. Some of them focus on mainstream music, and then other ones focus. So we have for example FM4, which is more like alternative music and rock, and then we have one channel called Arabella, which is my dad's favorite TV radio channel, and it's like more traditional, like Austrian music. And it's not my thing, but like he loves it. Maybe he just listens to it to annoy us. I don't know, and we will never find out. But that's what he likes to listen to.
Well, awesome.
All right, so the next set, first we have a song called Unter meiner Haut by Gestort aber Gale and Kobe Funk. After that, we have Bounce by Sarah Connor. And then after that, we have Everything is Possible by Leo Abraer. So you said that Sarah Connor is really popular in Austria, or what were you saying?
Well, I wouldn't say that she's popular there now, because like her prime time when she was really, really famous was like, I would say like early 2000s. Like she was probably one of the German artists that actually made it a little bit more American, because she started to sing in English as well, and she also, like, some of her videos were actually, I think, filmed in the US. So she brought that, I think, like, to Austria. But I grew up with her, like, listening to her music. I don't necessarily think that she does music right now, but she used to be very, very popular, very, very popular when I was growing up. So, yeah.
All right. Can you pronounce that first name for us again? I think I butchered it.
I think it's probably said gestört aber geil, which means, like, crazy but, like, awesome, because geil is one of the words that could mean so many different things. That's why a lot of Americans love that word. I don't know whether I can go into detail about that, but
no.
Yeah. But the title is called Unter meiner Haut, which basically means under my skin. So yeah, that's what it's. I think the other ones are all English. Yeah.
All right, I think I nailed them. So
yeah, you did.
All right, here's the music.
Schau, sie leuchtet nur für uns. Komm, ich zeig dir meine Stadt. Und wir fallen die Straßen voller Menschen. Und wir singen die ganze Nacht. Du versprichst mir heute alles. Und ich schwöre auf jedes Wort. Unser Himmel färbt's dunkelrot. Und du sagst, du musst jetzt fort. Nein, ich lass dich nicht raus. Ich lass dich nicht gehen. Und ich weiß und ich weiß und ich weiß und ich weiß, ich tu mir grad weh. Doch ich trag dich unter meiner Haut. Ich behalte dich unter meiner Haut. Ganz egal wie lange es brennt, ganz egal was jetzt noch kommt. Vielleicht singen wir irgendwann der Panic at the Disco Song. Denn das Brennen hört nicht auf. Ich habe Angst, uns zu verpassen. Ich habe Angst, wir lösen uns auf. Und es wird schon wieder hell. Wir sehen alle Lichter gehen. Im Tunnel noch ein leiser Kuss. Du lässt mich stehen. Nein, ich lass dich nicht raus. Ich lass dich nicht gehen. Ich weiß und ich weiß und ich weiß und ich weiß, ich tu mir grad weh. Doch ich trag dich unter meiner Haut. Ich behalte dich unter meiner Haut. Ganz egal wie lange es brennt, ganz egal was jetzt noch kommt. Vielleicht singen wir irgendwann der Panic at the Disco Song. trag ich dich unter meiner Haut. Ich behalte dich unter meiner Haut. Ganz egal, wie lange es brennt, ganz egal, was jetzt noch kommt. Vielleicht singen wir irgendwann wieder Panic at the Disco Songs. Doch ich trag dich, oh, ich behalte dich. Und vielleicht singen wir irgendwann, vielleicht singen wir irgendwann, und vielleicht singen wir irgendwann wieder Panic at the Disco Songs.
Yo, man. You know what? Here me and Sarah go again. She saw me talking to Shorty the other day, man.
Shorty up on the block?
Yeah, you remember Shorty. That wasn't nothing, man.
I mean,
We were just having a conversation about the studio.
no doubt.
But nah, Sarah had to take it somewhere else. I mean, she know I'm down for her forever.
Sure.
I don't know why she even go there. Man, I guess I'm staying with you tonight, dog.
I ain't gonna take this no more, no. Oh, baby, no. Bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool. Just bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool. Just bounce. Said you're going with your boys today, and don't worry, cause I'll be home late. But I know you're cheating out there, creeping. You've been freaking, babe. So let me tell you how it's going to be, yeah. You can run your game, but not on me, boy. So who the hell are you trying to kid? You know this is what I did. I called your pager and your two-way boy, but no response. Start looking and I found you in some other woman's arms. Don't try to front, boy, cause I saw you there with my own eyes. Just get your stuff, boy, cause I'm tired of hearing all your lies. Bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool. Just bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool. Just bounce. Baby boy, I know you'll never find no stuff as good as mine. She can work you like I did. You can look, but you know I got the good shit. I know that you hating it, but you better stay with the one you're with. Yeah, you made your bed and now you have to sleep in it, baby. I called your pager and your two-way boy, but no response. Start looking and I found you in some other woman's arms. Don't try to front, boy, cause I saw you there with my own eyes. Just get your stuff, boy, cause I'm tired of hearing all your lies. Bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool. Just bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool.
So wait a minute, Sarah, give me a chance to explain. I was just talking to Shorty, don't even know her name. Ain't looking for no one to come and take your place. Ain't no one out there, baby, that can fill your space. No need to find a nickel, got a dime at home. Plus I love it every night, the freaky way we bone. I ain't trying to get gone, ain't trying to play the role. And I'd rather stay a part of your green, not so.
Bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Get up and move, don't make me act the fool. Just bounce, baby, out the door. I ain't gonna take this no more. Bounce, baby, out the door. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bounce.
What? You know I ain't trying to front you, girl.
Just bounce, baby, bounce.
Why we gotta go there?
Make me act the fool. Just bounce.
You know I ain't trying to lose you, girl.
Just bounce, baby, bounce.
Sarah, don't take me there.
Just bounce.
Say hello and yes to the pain inside. No matter if you cry, everyone and each of us is lovely in his mind. These funny things always open my doors. These funny things got me wanting for more.
Whoa, it's possible.
Yeah, possible if you try.
Whoa, it's possible.
And we fly. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible if you try. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible here tonight. I wish I had a time machine or a travel guide to Mars. Go back and forth in history where I can lose my scars. Trust everything when your heart says something. Open your mind and you'll see what's inside. Everything's possible, yeah, possible if you try. Everything's possible. Reach out and touch the sky.
Whoa, it's possible.
Yeah, possible if you try.
Whoa, it's possible.
And we fly. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible if you try. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible here tonight. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible if you try. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible here tonight. I can find the love inside. That's how I ease my pain. Be strong enough to face the fight. And if you lose, trying again. Yeah, possible if you try. And we fly. Whoa, it's possible. Yeah, possible if you try. Oh, it's possible. Reach out, touch the sky.
All right, and we're back. So that was a great set. So Sabrina, I was wondering about the sports scene in Austria because I love sports. I'm a big soccer fan, or football as you guys call it. And I heard you talking about how you loved American football. Why do you love it so much?
Well, I lived in Michigan during my senior year of high school. So my host dad kind of like taught me like all the rules about football. So at first I started out as a baseball fan actually, and then I just started loving football because it doesn't take up so much time as baseball, because if you want to watch baseball you have to watch it almost every day for 3 hours, and football is not as big of a time commitment. But I just love football, like American football. And I always refer to like the football we call in Europe soccer, because it's not as confusing. Like, why would you call it football?
Yeah.
So yeah, but like for example, in Austria we don't have like college teams or something. So if you really want to go do like a professional sport, you have to do that on your own time. And if you're good enough, you're actually accepted to one of the sports schools. I really don't know how it works, but it's just very elitist, I would say. But yeah, soccer is a huge thing. So when I grew up, a lot of kids wanted to become like professional soccer players. Like that was a big thing. So here everybody wants to be a professional NFL player, and in Austria it's just like everybody wants to be a soccer player.
Talking about soccer, my favorite player is actually David Alaba. He's Austrian. He plays for Bayern Munich. And you had a good story about him, you said, because he is actually African American, and that's not typical in Austria, you said.
I mean, like, he's not African American because he's not from America, but the thing with him is just because of his skin color. So there are not many black people in Austria. I mean, there are a lot more than they used to be, but the thing is, maybe because of their history, but some people are just still a little bit like prejudice or racist towards people with different ethnicities and skin colors. I'm not saying that everybody is, but there's still like older generations are still like kind of opposed to like black people, and it's just weird like seeing them cheer for their national Austrian team and there's a black dude on there, and while if he's not on the field, people are actually like talking badly about black people, how they come and like take away jobs and stuff like that. So it's kind of remind me of the American mindset as well, because I mean, especially in the South, it feels like that there's still so much like racism going on towards African Americans or just in general black people. But when it comes to their favorite NFL players, they're all of a sudden, oh yeah, I love, I don't know, the Atlanta Falcons, and then that team is like full of black football players, and I think that's just like a double standard that's basically can be found in almost every culture.
So, like, on that, would you say that most, and I don't want to get in too much detail, but would you say that, like, most of the racism might be from more of the, like, the previous generations? Or, like, how do previous generations compare with our generations, you know, as far as, you know, the racism? Because, I mean, we live in a very different time with communications. So.
I definitely think that older generations probably a little bit more opposed to, like, changes and, like, things that are different. That's like how culture seems to work. People are always afraid of something that's different than themselves because they don't understand it. And so I would say that a lot of the racist, like the kind of prejudiced thoughts probably come from older generations rather than the young ones. Because in my circle of friends, we're always, when there are like protests going on, we always try to join because we're totally against like that racist like outlook that it's still happening. Because there's actually a party right now in Vienna that is still very much against refugees and very much against people from other countries coming into the country, taking away our jobs. And it's just sad to see that stuff like that is still happening in a country that's supposed to be westernized, you know? So yeah, I'm pretty sure like, you can find that in almost every culture, but it's definitely still a thing here in Austria.
Cool. Yeah, well, it sounds like, though, maybe, you know, we're starting to make some progress.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm not saying that Austria's, like, super racist, but, people are still a little bit like that.
Awesome. Sweet. So we also have some more announcements. So the French House will host its first film night of the semester this Wednesday in the Maxi Dining Room at 7 p.m. So you can come out to view the French film La Doublure. I'm sorry if that's a terrible pronunciation. And it's about a married, wealthy Parisian executive who is photographed by a paparazzi walking in the street with his mistress. So he hires a man to pretend to be his mistress's boyfriend, and problems and comedy ensue. And then next, the Vietnamese Student Association has its first general body meeting this Wednesday in Russell House, room 305 at 8 p.m. Then history majors, minors, and cognates who are interested in spending spring 2016 at the University of Warwick in the UK need to turn in their applications to the Study Abroad office by September 15th. All right, that's all I got for you right now. Let's turn it back over to Mike, and let's get back going with the music.
All right, so this is our next set. First off, we have Vorhang Auf by Philippe de Berner. And then second, we have Goodbye by Feder. And then third, we have Ain't Nobody Loves Me Better by Felix Jean and Jasmine Thompson. And then last, we have San Francisco by Darius and Finley versus Thomas Bjorn. All right, so let's hear it.
versuch's, dich zu erklären. Und ich merk, dass ich wo steh, wo schon vorher jemand stand. Ich bin kein Silhouettenfäller und noch nicht mal richtig wach und such mich meistens selber her. Tut mir leid, verletzte Nacht.
Is someone listening? Okay. Let me tell you the story of that guy. First you loved, then you promised. Was losing control, crazy night, intense. Now, living my own life. Got you out of my life. Been wasting too much time. Gonna leave you far behind. Thinking of me when you took her. Does she know you were supposed to love me till you die? Almost kill me. Now, living my own life. Got you out of my life. Been wasting too much time. Gonna leave you far behind.
me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, oh, oh. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. I've been waiting for you, it's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. You filled my heart with kiss, you gave me freedom. You knew I could not resist, I needed someone. And now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. At first you put your arms around me, then you put your charms around me. We stare into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise. Got a feeling lost for treasure, we love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. If you're going to San Francisco, you're gonna meet some gentle people there.
San Francisco.
If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. If you're going to San Francisco, you're gonna meet some gentle people there.
Well, welcome back, Columbia. If you're just joining us, you're catching the tail end of Passport Playlist, which is the radio show hosted by the by the International House at Maxey College, which is an awesome blend of residents from both the United States and countries all over the world. And each week on the show, we have a new international guest. They bring a list of artists from their home country, and we chat a little bit about music and culture and politics, wherever they're from, and really get to know the music of their home country. So today we've been talking with Sabrina, who's here with us from Vienna. She's back visiting. She was on exchange with us last fall from her home university in Vienna, Austria. And today we've been exploring Austrian artists. So Sabrina, thank you so much for being here. I really loved having you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about these last two songs we're gonna end with. And one of them was the Eurovision winner.
Exactly. So her name is Conchita Wurst. Like that's her art, like her alias, like her artist name. Like she's actually like a he. So the reason why she's so famous because she's basically known as the lady with the beard. And she won the Eurovision Song Contest last year with the song Rise Like a Phoenix, and it's just basically about like, you know, you can be proud of who you are, and this actually, like, she's actually pap rallying all over the world now for the LGBT community, which is kind of cool. And yeah, she's just like, you can totally recognize her. Everywhere you go in Europe, people will know who she is. And it's just a really cool song, too. Like, she has a lot of talent. But on the one hand, I also think that the reason why she won the Eurovision Song Contest is because she had a social message with it. Mm-hmm. So there were a couple artists that were also really cool last year, but her message was just much, much stronger than everybody else's. So
yeah, I'm excited to play that song. And then the last one we're going to wrap up appropriately with I Am From Austria. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that one.
Okay, so that's a song by Reinhard Fendrich, and he's an Austrian singer, and he's also, that's something we would probably consider more traditional Austrian music, and everybody in Austria knows that song. You can hear it like on, like, if you go on a ski vacation, like you hear it on like the little towns or something playing, or on the Alps, like actually when you're like on the slope riding, that's what you can hear. And it's just general, like, people know that song, people love it. It's just a really fun song to sing along to, and it's just very iconic, I would say.
Awesome. Great way to end our show. So thanks again for being here, Sabrina. I really loved having you.
Thanks for having me. It was awesome.
Yeah. And if you're tuning in, you can catch us next week, now that you're here for the last 5 minutes of our show. You can catch us next week from 2 to 4. Every Monday, this is the Passport Playlist. I'm the host, the Audio Voyager, and I've got a cadre of awesome radio interns who are going to keep us playing all semester. Next week, we're going to be here with Nyan, who's got a whole host of amazing music to play for us, and he's really talented musician himself, so this should be a really good playlist. And I just want to wish everybody a really happy Monday and a great week and happy listening. So Mike, take it away.
Waking in the rubble, walking over glass. Neighbors say we're trouble. Well, that time has passed. Peering from the mirror, no, that isn't me. A stranger getting nearer. Who can this person be? You wouldn't know me at all today. From the fading light of life. Once I'm transformed, once
dance if you're free. No one could have witnessed what you did to me. 'Cause you wouldn't know me today. And you have got to see to believe. From the fading light of life, rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution you reward. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn. I rise up to the sky. You threw me down, but I'm gonna fly. Rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution you reward. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn. You know I will rise like a phoenix, but you're my
Die hohe Zeit ist lang vorüber und all die Hölle hast hinter dir. Von Ruhm und Glanz ist wenig über. Sag mal, wer zieht noch den Hut vor dir? Außer mir. Ich kenn die Leid, ich kenn die Ratten, die Dummheit, die zum Himmel schreit. Ich steh zu dir, bei Licht und Schatten, jederzeit. Da kann man machen, was man will. Da bin ich her, da kehr ich hin. Da schmilzt das Eis von meiner Seite, wie von einem Gletscher im April, auch wenn wir's schon vergessen haben. Ich bin der Opfer, du mein Stamm. So wie der Wassertal wär's rinnt und wieder still ich und so hell, fast wie die Tränen von einem Kind, wird auch mein Blut auf einmal schnell. Sag ich am Mensch der Welt voll stolz. Und wenn ihr wollt, sagt ganz allein, I am from Austria. I am from Austria. Es waren die Stärke, oft zu beneiden. Heut fliegen viel weiter vor, wie sich die Welt nur von der Welt. Wer kann verstehen, wie weh das manchmal tut, da kann ich machen, was ich will. Da bin ich her, da kehr ich hin, da schmilzt das Eis von meiner Seele, wie von einem Gletscher im April, auch wenn wir's schon vergessen haben. Ich bin der Opfer, du mein Stamm. So wie der Wassertal wär's rinnt und wieder still ich und so hell, fast wie die Tränen von einem Kind, wird auch mein Blut auf einmal schnell. Sag ich am Mensch der Welt voll stolz. Und wenn ihr wollt, sagt ganz allein, I am from Austria. I am from Austria. I am from Austria.